Hello, hello, welcome. I'm excited because today I have sort of a haul favorites video of a medley of different things I've collected for a little bit now. Mainly a lot of what I'm going to share is thrifted items, so I'm excited to share about my recent experience with purchasing through Depop, such as that, and some other used clothing items I received from my dear sister. And yeah, I just have a few new items that I purchased and I wanted to share with you. It's been a minute since we last spent a moment together, so I might do like a get ready with me video in the near future to talk about how I'm really doing, because it's been obviously a little bit rough of a start to the year, and by obviously I just mean if you happen to know in previous videos of mine sharing about how I got sick in January, and there's just been so much else, but I digress. I want this video to really focus on the haul for you, so I'm gonna really hop right to it. So over the last few months, especially as it's gotten colder, I've found that jackets and outerwear in general have been really tough for me, because I just mistakenly bought some jackets or received jackets like via gifts from like loved ones, where I just didn't really understand what size I was, and so they came like very large, and I probably just didn't really understand the sizing. So a lot of my outerwear, which is only a couple of jackets, like I don't really love wearing jackets. I feel like they kind of ruin the outfit, but I think it's because I've been buying jackets that are too big for me or just not my size. I'm also shorter, so jackets tend to be naturally oversized anyway. That being said, I have been on a journey to purchase outerwear intentionally that fits me, that also includes styles that I know are gonna like be more aligned with where I'm at currently in my fashion journey. So I was actually reached out to by CMC Labs. They're a brand, very sweet individuals that, you know, reached out to me and offered to send me a puffer jacket. And I was like, you know what? Yes. This looks right up my alley after looking at it. So I wanted to share with you the jacket. I've actually had this for several weeks and have been wearing it. This is the jacket. Very flashy inside, but I will describe why in a moment. It's your like quintessential puffy jacket, you know, like your warm puffer. It's the Noir Gold jacket by CMC Labs. It's a short coat, and it's got this gold lining, which is actually like a thermal lining to keep extra heat in. And I will say this coat is very warm. We just had like a really big rainstorm a few days ago, and this was a lifesaver. It's definitely like a soft fabric, but of course waterproof or water resistant. And it comes with these straps that you can like hang if you want to take your coat off, but like not have to hold your coat. I think that's actually a really nice feature, especially if you're someone who is like shopping indoors or something and it's sweltering. I know a lot of colder states, you know, the heat is really on indoors. So this sort of like backpack straps is nice if you're like overheating. It's got 2 zipper pockets, and then there's an internal zipper pocket here as well. The hood is very wide, it definitely covers, and the front has like a sort of higher collar, which you have to be careful. It doesn't like get all up in your makeup, but obviously if it's really cold and rainy and all that, it kind of doesn't matter. You can wash it off later, but yeah, you can kind of have it velcroed to cover half of your face or leave it as a hood. Is detachable, which is really great. And it's filled with down feather, goose feathers specifically, so it's very warm, comfortable. Yeah, it's just like a really nice classic puffer jacket. It's definitely pricey, but it's not outside the realm of like what you would typically pay for a nice jacket or coat. If anything, it's definitely less expensive because coat purchases are crazy. Let me tell you, this is why, one of the reasons why I have decided to try to purchase more secondhand clothing, because I just feel like some of this stuff is crazy. But I love this jacket. I know winter is kind of like teetering down, sort of, for at least the West Coast or South. Well, maybe not the South. I know the South gets snow, but where I'm at in California, it's definitely rainy season, but it's not freezing. This can definitely go for pretty cold temperatures. So this is a great jacket. I feel like whether you're taking your dog for a walk at night or in the morning and it's really cold, which it will still be cold at least where I'm at till June. So I definitely get great use out of these types of jackets. And I didn't have a black puffer jacket like this, so definitely getting great use out of it. The team at CMC Labs was very lovely, and definitely I'm grateful that they reached out to me and gifted this beautiful, beautiful jacket. If you're interested in checking out this jacket, I'll go ahead and link it below for you. I will now move on to the thrifted items. So I think I'm going to start with the things that I got from Depop. Depop, this is not sponsored by Depop, but I was intrigued with purchasing some outerwear, and I feel like buying that thrifted is less scary than like other things like pants or tops, as outerwear can be a little bit more forgiving or just more flexible. And shoes are great to buy secondhand as well. So I decided that I had a list of things I wanted to buy outerwear, types of outerwear I was interested in, and was researching on Depop specifically for the styles that I wanted. I mean, I've been to Goodwill, I've done thrifting in the past, but I just found online thrifting to be enticing because I can kind of really research or like look at the item, look at the photos, the description, look at the seller, and just feel a little bit more confident in the purchase instead of spending hours like at a Goodwill trying to try things on and it kind of taking up a lot of time, although online shopping takes up time too, so there could be an argument for that. But I had a pleasant experience with the Depop Sellers that I purchased from. I know there's this sentiment that Depop is a lot of like maybe cheap things that people are trying to sell for a really high price tag. So is it really giving you a discount? I think we all have to go in with, of course, our critical thinking hats on and really consider if something's worth what you're spending the money on. I do feel like I don't like to negotiate. So on Depop, you can basically, the seller will say, oh, this is like $40, let's just say. And you offer like a few dollars less, like $35. They might come back and say, okay, well, I'll give it to you for $37 instead of $35, which you might have asked for. So there is some bartering and negotiating that you can participate in, but I'm just like such I don't know if it's like a people pleaser thing, but I will just pay the price if I feel comfortable with it. If I feel uncomfortable with a price, I don't even bother. So I was pretty comfortable buying nearly full price all of these items. But we'll dive into it. I'm going to start off with the skirt that I got. So I purchased this skirt. It's definitely like the Free People skirt. I don't believe it's the Free People brand. I think this might be a different brand, if you catch my drift. But it was like $12 or something like that. So I was not worried. I wasn't necessarily concerned about the brand. It definitely had the style and the like fabric that I was looking for. And many of you may know this skirt already, but it's like the tiered lacy skirt. It's got like layers to it, and there is like a slip that goes like to your knee or thigh area, so there is coverage. It's not see-through, which the Free People one might be see-through. I can't recall. So it is such a beautiful color. It's definitely like a cream, not white color, but I love it. It's very like vintage, very romantic. I've been eyeing this style of a skirt for a long time. I just didn't want to like invest in the Free People one per se. So when I saw this on Depop, I was like, girl, let me grab that. And I just wanted to add some like different texture to my wardrobe. I feel like I have a lot of like satin or like smooth fabrics, and this is like lacy and has just a different texture to it. So I wanted to add this because I know that I can definitely wear this for fun. I like to go to the Ren Fair, so like costumes, this works really well. I may even wear this to the Ren Fair this year. I'm still working on my outfit idea, so fingers crossed. But for sure could wear this to the Ren Fair. It's a great piece for that purpose. And then of course just for the spring, summer, I know it gets really warm, and this would be such a nice piece to have. That, you know, it's not your typical like jean shorts or other types of, you know, skirts. So yeah, I don't have anything like it, and I feel like it's something I will definitely experiment with and have fun with. And I think that's also a reason why I was kind of trying to find pieces from Depop, just to like bring a unique personality to my wardrobe that I don't really have right now. As I'm sort of transforming my wardrobe a little bit, I've grown out of things, or things or just don't fit me very well right now. I just really wanted some pieces that I felt connected with, and I definitely think this is a great addition. So, unfortunately, I don't have a brand. I have a feeling it's probably from Amazon, but because the price was like $12, I was like, because if I bought this on Amazon right now, it'd probably be like $30, give or take, because the prices on Amazon are just crazy for clothing sometimes. Sometimes it's worth it depending on the brand you buy from, but oftentimes I'm like, you know what? This was a deal in my mind's eye. And it's definitely feels well made. Okay, this cute little number. Okay, she's cute, she's demure, she's mindful. Maybe not mindful because it's a pretty loud jacket, right? Like this is a statement piece. I have always been someone who's had like a typical leather jacket, like your motorcycle leather jacket. I usually would get at H&M, and I really love racer jackets. I have one, but it's just too big for me now. I might give it to my husband or share it with someone or give it to someone else. And I'm on the hunt for more racer jackets, but this definitely caught my eye. And it's a cropped like Moto jacket. I don't know if this is technically a Moto jacket, but it's like a Moto jacket. And And this is actually from Urban Outfitters, which I do like as, you know, some of their clothing. And it was basically like 50% off the retail pricing that it was, you know, originally. So it's great condition. I honestly think this was a great deal. Urban Outfitters is obviously can be very expensive. So to get this at like 50% off used, and it's in really great condition, I definitely love it. So you can like zip it. It doesn't have pockets. It's the only downside, but it's very tailored and like cropped and fits me really well. It's just like a well-fitting jacket, and the first time I wore it, I got complimented on it. So it's got a buckle, so you can buckle the bottom together if you want. But yeah, it's just like a great crop jacket, and really goes with the color scheme that I tend to fall towards, like black and white. A pop of red or blue is what I tend to lean towards. I like pinks, I like greens, I like a lot of colors, but I think I would say safely blues, reds, greens, pinks are kind of like the palettes, purples, are the palette colors that I tend to lean towards. So this was definitely something that I felt like would really work with my wardrobe and add just like a statement. And I feel like I could wear this with a lot of different things. Again, it's hard because I feel like outerwear is kind of like takes up an outfit, but I can wear this with skirts, I can wear this with pants. It's a great jacket. So yeah, it's already become like a favorite, and I love when thrifting you find your pieces and you're like, oh, I just love this so much. Like I feel, I don't know, it just like feels unique to you, like a unique treasure trove find. So yeah, I think thrifting is definitely for the pieces where they're unique and they're different and add to your style. So yeah. Okay, so that is the Moto jacket. So I was looking for a leather blazer jacket because I have one, but it's just very bulky on me, and it kind of just, there's no shape at the end of the day. So I saw this like 70s inspired, almost like Rachel Green, if we will, from Friends jacket. This is exactly the type of jacket Rachel Green would wear. It's got some buttons. It's definitely like tailored and hits me in the right spot. It's by this brand called Sienna. So obviously if I can find any of these products out there, I'll try and link them, but they're thrifted, so I don't know the availability. However, if you type in like 70s style blazer, leather blazer, you will find something similar in Depop or, you know, eBay or ThreadUp or wherever, Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, so it's really nice. I just really enjoyed playing around with this, and I know I could style it with a ton of different things. I feel like I've been struggling with my outfits because it's hard to find like the right jacket, especially when it's cold and I don't want to go out without a jacket. So this has been really great and comfortable during the winter California season I'm in, which is pretty mild of a winter, if we want to call it that. But yeah, beautiful, definitely a great fabric. I almost want to say this is definitely real leather. So yeah, the shell is 100% leather, but the interior is polyester. But yeah, I got it at a really great price, in my opinion. Like, I probably could have gone lower in negotiations, but I was like too nervous. I think I'm just someone who, I into fashion, but it requires so much research and knowledge that for me, you know, I don't spend a lot of time being like, oh, this piece was from there in that catalog, from that brand, from this, you know, year it was created, and therefore the value is XYZ. I think I try to like ascertain the value I feel it deserves and go from there. But of course, everything, you know, just make sure you're not overspending a ridiculous amount. Okay, so this next piece kind of matches. Now, I really struggle with blazers. Blazers are my nemesis in fashion. Okay, I always want to wear blazers, and then when I wear them, I feel like I'm choking. But I like blazer jackets. Like, I like wearing them when I go out and I'm wearing like a cute dress. But when I wear them to work, I feel like I'm suffocating. I don't know if anyone feels that way. I think when I'm at work, I just need airflow. But that doesn't mean I don't love a good blazer. And I honestly think I wear my blazers more going out than like at my job. So in thinking about a blazer I really wanted to add to my collection, I really don't love the ones I currently have, and I plan to give them away, share them with someone who will wear them. I picked this suede brown blazer, and it was definitely like a texture that stood out to me. I don't have anything suede jacket wise, or many things honestly, so it kind of fit the bill with like both the structure of the blazer jacket outerwear I was looking for, as well as the texture, you know, exploration that I was looking for. So it's actually by Tommy Hilfiger, so a nice brand, and figured why not invest a little bit. It wasn't that much, but again, I probably could have negotiated just a tad more, but I was like, this is my first experience, so it's got 2 pockets and 1 button, and yeah, it's just like a really comfortable blazer. I wonder like what year it's from. Probably not from too long ago. I'm a little nervous if it transfers color. I'm really hoping it doesn't, because I know suede sometimes can do that, so I will definitely have to be mindful of that. But it's so beautiful, and again, I've already envisioned it sort of pairing well with different pieces, especially as I transition into spring and the summertime, where suede is a little bit more, you know, plays a part in like kind of the Western vibes and all that. But yeah, very cute. So those were all my Depop orders, and I will list the sellers below from where I got them, because even though the items are unique and you can't repurchase, I do love the vibes that the sellers all offered in different products. So I'll list them if you want to check them out. And they all shipped very quickly, very communicative, and some of them were really cute packaging. So I had a great experience with these sellers, so I'll at least list them below if you're interested in checking them out on Depop. One of the things that I actually really wanted to find on Depop that I had still at this point in time been researching was a brown leather bomber flight jacket, and I've just been on the hunt for it. I feel like a lot of the times I would find them on Depop for like $80, really nothing below $50 for the size I was looking for. And it's really tough because, you know, like a large woman's jacket is going to be different than a large men's jacket, and different brands do different sizes, so I was very like hesitant to pull the trigger on anything, but I was looking at ones that were like close to $100. I know. Well, last weekend, or a couple weekends ago, I went to a local flea market with my friend, and I believe it's called the Fontana Market, so I'll link their Instagram. But I think they go to like different cities near me, and so I checked them out, and they have a ton of like people who sell, you know, thrifted goods for like $5, $15. Like, it was very affordable clothing, and really cool clothes. I feel like a lot of the time, these flea markets or street fair markets that have happened locally, I have found a lot of the times they are very expensive. Like, let me tell you, I am the first to buy a $50 candle if I feel like it's worth it. And a lot of these people hand make things, so I do think there's worth in it, especially jewelry. I definitely like if they source it or they make it, like, yes, a lot of this is worth it. But it can be so expensive. Like, I can buy one thing at the fair and then I have to go home because I'm broke at that point. But thankfully, this flea market was like truly thrifted. There's a lot of cool finds, and I got a couple things. So I promise this is the last jacket I have to share. Although I'm sure I'll always be forever updating my outerwear. But when I saw it, I was like, oh man, that is what I've been looking for. It's this bomber flight jacket, and it's got pockets on the side here, a zipper. It's like definitely worn looking, which I was looking for, something like this. I kind of wish I had this 2 months ago because it's been cold. It's from this brand called Kamal. So it's genuine leather, and the seller was selling it for $35. Now, it is like a large, so I was nervous because I'm like, that might be too big. But once I brought it home with me, I was like, yes, these are the vibes, 100%. It is the oversized jacket I will keep. It's more cropped, so I think that's why I like it more. It just fits really well in the like way that I envisioned. A perfect throw-on jacket, great for like going out casually, but also like, you know, do what you want. I saw this TikTok of someone saying dress to impress yourself, and I like that. I'm running with that. So it's so funny, I brought this jacket home, and it's like a men's jacket. I was like, yeah, I could definitely share this with my husband if he wanted to. Like, he would look great in it. I'm a big fan of sharing clothes, so I'm like, oh, you could totally borrow this. But I had this jacket like lying on the couch or something. It's like, hey, look at my new jacket that I got. And he's like, oh, is that like the dirty jacket lying on the couch? Excuse me, this is fashion, sir. This is couture. He was teasing me, but I was like, I don't care. It's my dirty looking jacket, and I wear it proudly. So yeah, very cute. So this is definitely like a serendipity moment of finding something I had been searching for. So the last few clothes that I wanted to share is actually, the first one is this top. So this like sweater, it's kind of like off the shoulder. It's got like an asymmetrical cut at the bottom. My sister was like, hey, like, I have this sweater, I think it would fit you, so she gave it to me. It's from this brand called Pretty Garden, so I don't really know where it's from, but my sister gave it to me. It's super cute. It's got like these bell sleeves as well, so very cute sleeves. I think I've said cute like a million times. I'm so sorry. Anyways, so yeah, that's the sweater I'm wearing now. So my sister's definitely a hookup for my thrifted finds. A lot of my clothes are her clothes. So then she also gave me this sort of high turtleneck top, and it's striped. And honestly, the the fabric is just so soft. And that's honestly one of my things with most pieces of clothing, if not all of them, is that I love comfortable fabrics. So like this was just like incredibly soft to me, and I've worn it so many times to work. Like it's just so comfortable and still stylish. So I definitely love this as well. This is from A New Day from Target. So yeah, I don't know that they carry this anymore, but definitely the fabric is like a soft knit. Really great. So I have a few accessories that I wanted to share, and this is kind of along the vein of repurposing things you already have. So you've heard about probably like shop your closet, which I highly recommend and I still try to do. You kind of fall in love with things that you forgot about or hadn't tried before in a unique way. But I was wearing like this sweater with I had like a long coat on, and I was like, you know what would be cute with this outfit is like fingerless gloves. And I was like, I don't have any fingerless gloves. Like, I don't want to go buy those. And then I remembered, you know those like cheap cotton gloves you always buy because you need gloves and you buy them and then you forget about them and they just are stuck in your closet. That is me. So I found some old gloves and I just snipped the tips off. These are like $5 gloves. Like they're not crazy expensive. And then I immediately had a pair of fingerless gloves. It's giving Scandinavian, you know, like, so I loved it. I don't know that I would wear it with this outfit, but there's just something about nails with fingerless gloves. Like I feel the vibes, and especially when you wear like a long sweater, so it like covers most of the glove, and you're wearing a coat and it's cold, but you need your fingers because I wear nails. Yeah. So if you want some fingerless gloves, find some old gloves and cut off the top. But I think that just goes to show like a lot of stuff you could maybe cut or reuse in a different way. So I just loved this like little moment in time where it reminded me to repurpose things I have instead of immediately jumping to thinking of buying something. So yeah, I also was cleaning out my closet and reorganizing it a little bit and found this old bandana, like this old satin bandana that I haven't worn in years, and I think a part of me is like, oh, let me just get rid of it because I haven't worn it. But I was like, wait a minute, how can I use it? I mean, cute neck scarf. I have used it as like a headscarf. It's come in and out of my accessories here and there, so I have used it before. But I was like, let me use it as a headscarf. Girl, yes, absolutely. I have used this and I wore it out. Not with this outfit, but I would wear it with this outfit actually. Can you like see the vision? 90s chic. We love it. I definitely was like, let me try a headscarf situation, see if I like it with this, and if I do, then maybe I can source some bandanas, you know, over time, maybe buy some used ones, as I'm sure there's plenty of scarves and bandanas out there. But I was like, this is so cute, and immediately just adds an accessory. You know what it was that reminded me of like this trend of wearing a bandana as like, you know, hat, scarf, hat. I get a lot of TikTok like DJ videos, like the video of the DJ playing house music or whatever, and they have dancers around them, like just normal people, not like professional dancers. And there's just like these girls in these really cute outfits, and one of them was wearing a bandana as a headscarf, and I was like, yeah, that's cute. I'm going to try this, and I'm going to take it with me into summer. So just a heads up, if you haven't tried it, try it. I did feel like, I was like, well, I haven't done this before. Like, can I wear this? Can I pull it off? Yes, you can, because if you wear it, you're pulling it off. You're already doing it. I used to be someone who, I loved rings, and I always wanted to be someone who wore a lot of rings. And one day I just bought rings, and I wore a lot of them. And I think one person maybe commented like, oh, do you wear a lot of rings? Like, but then after that, I just kept wearing them, and now it's like my normal, like I always wear a lot of rings, and it's like a part of me, and nobody questions it. It's just who I am. And if anything, I get more compliments on me wearing rings, like, oh, I love your rings. Like, it's not like, oh, why are you wearing rings? So yeah, wear what you want. If it impresses you, that's what it's about. I have a few other finds from the flea market that I want to share, and these are like jewelry pieces. But first and foremost, I did buy some nails. There was a press-on nail girl there, so of course I had to look at her booth. Okay, and her brand is called A Melody X Nails, so I'll link it below. But yeah, she hand makes her press-on nails, and these are the nails I bought. You know those like metal, it's like magnet, and it like creates a heart shape with like the metal. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but this is what she did. So they're like my Valentine's nails. See like the hearts? They kind of like, ooh, look at that. You can kind of see them. They kind of like shift. And so, oh my god, they're so cute. They're gorgeous. Love it. Yeah, they're super cute. I also love that she had this section in her table where it was all these different cute nails, and you could like create your own set. Such a cute idea. I loved that. So check her out, A Melody X Nails, press-on nails. I will say I usually get small, and this did run a little smaller than I'm used to when purchasing small sets. So maybe if you typically buy small, like me, you might want to double check the sizes will work for you. But I found it to be slightly smaller on like my pinky nail. That usually can be like the odd nail out. Like every other nail works except the pinky nail for some reason can be like really tiny. And I just have a little bit wider bed. So then I got some jewelry from a vendor. They are called Novisade. It's an eccentric and eclectic brand by Maddie Flaming. Upcycled and handmade jewelry and art, vintage and oddities. Some of the best jewelry I find are at these markets. I've honestly only want to buy them at these markets now because other than like Hey Happiness, which I love their jewelry, wearing them right now, I just feel like the quality at these markets, these vendors really just have such unique pieces and affordable, but like well sourced or made. So far I haven't had any issues. Really unique pieces at this booth. So the first thing I got were these gold earrings. They're like this dome ring, like hoop earrings, and they're just slightly different, right? They're chunky. I love them. They're so beautiful. Not too heavy. Like you can see they drag my ear a little bit, but I don't feel like they're heavy. So these earrings are just so pretty. Oh, love it. Okay, so of course I had to get some more jewelry. Because jewelry is my kryptonite, okay? Let me live, okay? So I don't think these are from Nordstrom. I think it's just like on a Nordstrom like tag. So I don't think they're from Nordstrom. I think they're sourced. I don't think these are the handmade ones. I could be wrong, but these, oh my goodness. When I saw them, I was like, yes, they're just different. They have a pop of blue. Again, I like wearing blue or teal. They have that Western kind of Arizona vibe. I like to intermingle some of those styles. I honestly, you guys, I don't have a style. I just like a lot of different things. And I wear what I feel. I wish I was that person who had like their standard uniform and wore it all the time, but I don't know. I like trendy stuff. Trendy, you know, the mass trendy things. Sometimes I like unique stuff, and I kind of just do my own thing because like at this point it makes me happier, so I just go with the vibes that I'm feeling. So these earrings are beautiful, love them, can't wait to style them more. I've been trying to build my silver collection for a little bit as well. Of course, I couldn't help getting some rings. Big cuff ring, but it's different silver, I guess, like welded together, looking very cute. So that's what it looks like. Love it. Also got this like star ring, and I like to wear it on my thumb as well. Very cute. I'm really into stars and so forth, so it really fits my vibe. And then I like this one a lot as well. And it's just like that teal, it's just like that teal silver vibe again. And it's got tiny little teal. Yeah. Love it. Love jewelry. Especially like unique jewelry. I just love it so much. And then I also love just like very minimalistic jewelry sometimes, you know. Okay, so that is the jewelry I got from the flea market. I spent a pretty penny, but it was nice to like shop at this market. It's always a good time to shop at your local market. I wanted to share the lip combo I'm wearing because they are new products as well. I picked them up at Sephora. So I have been eyeing this lip pencil for a little bit, and it's actually the Wherever Walnut Lip Crayon in Makeup, or by Makeup Forever. It's kind of like a nudie brown. It's basically the color you're seeing because I have a clear gloss on top, so it's so nice. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. And then I have the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla, and this is just like the top, and I love Summer Fridays. I love these lip balms so much. I do have like a cheapy aloe vera like lip balm I have if I don't want to like use this up too quickly, but I love these so much. I kind of want every color. I have the brown sugar one. I had the mint one, but I think I lost it. That one was pretty much almost done though, so that's why I bought this one to replace that one, and hopefully I will find that one eventually, but if not, I'm prepared. So yeah, that is my lip combo for today's video. I feel like the lighting has been so all over the place, so thank you for bearing with me. I think all the clothing just like changes the lighting. I wanted to share one last thing that I got, and again, a lot of the stuff I've been compiling for a little while now, but recently there was a sale at Michael's. Always check those coupons, girl. These things are expensive. I don't know how, I really want to know how people are doing arts and crafts when Michael's is so expensive sometimes, truly. But they had a 25% off coupon, so I took myself to Michael's because I felt this, I'm kind of going through it right now. I will not get into it because that's like a whole other video. But let's just say I've been just trying to explore a little bit myself and just what I like, and returning back to my inner child a little bit. And a part of that I've enjoyed in the past doing watercolor. I'm not by any means like a professional artist or like an avid artist. Like I don't really lean towards like sketching or painting as much as I like writing, for example. But I feel like there's a lot of different arts that I enjoy. Like I generally enjoy arts and crafts and like creativity and all that good stuff. So I've watercolored a little bit in the past, but I was like, you know what? I could do with a new little watercolor palette that's like on the go, and I could take it with me to the park and like paint in the park, and like maybe the painting will look awful and I will laugh about it in 50 years. I don't know. I don't even care anymore. Like I just want to be in the park in my Pride and Prejudice era, 2005 to be specific, with Keira Knightley. I want to be amongst the wildflowers and near a lake and paint a little bit, but obviously it's a little cold, so for now paint indoors. But on the warmer days, I think I might take this to the park and like have my arts and crafts moment. So I was having a hard time picking a palette because I'm not very knowledgeable. It was kind of a spur of the moment, walk into Michael's, try to find something there. So I ended up picking up this palette. It's by Koi Watercolors. It's the Pocket Field Sketchbox. It comes with 24 colors, half pans, 9mm refillable water brush, and 2 sponges. So that's what it looks like. And I've already opened it. I haven't tried it out. So that's what it looks like. So you open it up like that, and you have some trays, or a tray I should say. And what you do is you can like have the tray sitting off to the side. Your little pen you can fill with water as a little stopper. It comes with the little brush tip. So cute. So like innovative. Okay. I know I keep saying cute so much. I'm so sorry. But anyways, you squeeze a little water in your pen. Obviously it's attached, ideally. These are the sponges right here. I'm not really sure how I'd use a sponge. I think I've seen it, Bob Ross do something with it, but this is a Bob Ross moment, okay? And what we do, take a little bit of the color you want, and you can like dab it, and then the watercolor paper can sit right there, and you can paint it. So cute. I bought a watercolor palette from Target like 7 years ago, and that's like the watercolor palette I have, but it's not as like travel friendly, so I thought this was a good investment for, you know, just carrying it around. It was 25% off, so I felt like it was worth a little bit of a splurge. And yeah, I think getting back into art, I've just felt called to it in different mediums. I think that's kind of one of my problems right now, is I'm dealing with so much overwhelm with how much I want to do, how much I want to experience, and all the possibilities. Kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none life that I lead, and it can be really overwhelming and hard to focus on being pleased and content with like one thing. That's maybe the Sagittarius in me. I don't know. That's my sun sign, by the way. I'm a Sagittarius sun Libra rising, and Leo moon. So I don't know what's been going on lately, but I have just been itching to be creative and yet feeling at the same time like I'm being obstructed by outside factors to be creative. And it's very hard, very difficult to navigate emotionally. But, you know, sometimes it's like taking that painful part of you and just getting it on paper or turning it into an ugly painting that maybe no one will ever see. I don't know. I'm trying to be less perfectionist about my art and more just get it down, get it out there, and keep going, and keep learning. You might surprise yourself. And I have made paintings I've liked before. I won't say that I'm the worst, but I did go ahead and also get some smaller watercolor paper. So it's like a pad, but you can rip it out and then put it in. It fits perfectly in my travel watercolor set. I'm going to test it out, have some fun with it. It's not a big deal. It's nothing crazy. I'm not like becoming an artist all of a sudden. But I would say I am an artist of a kind, and this is one of the ways I like to express myself through art and paint. I definitely have an appreciation for art. I just love, you know, like movies or TV shows that have that symbolism or visual aesthetics. Like, for example, the White Lotus season, the new season 3 came out, and a lot of it is like visually beautiful or impactful. The design, it's just, I don't know, I love it. So, yeah, I like art and appreciate it, and sometimes I dabble with it with my own little arts and crafts. So I think that's all I have to share. That was like my fashion haul / outerwear thrifted items / jewelry. I was like gathering all these things over time, and I knew I wanted to share them at some point, and I wanted to kind of return from my mini hiatus I had with just like a nice casual haul video. So thank you for sitting here and listening to me chat about clothes. I think a lot of this video, this episode, if you will, has a lot to do with self-expression and creativity, and obviously creativity can transmute in different areas of our life, whether it's fashion or literal art like painting, or beauty, all that good stuff. But yeah, I am a big explorer right now of thrifted, online thrifting for the most part right now, because obviously local stores can be their own subcultures, but if you have any online stores you love that sell thrifted clothing or affordable, sustainable clothing, feel free to share. I'd love to learn more. I wouldn't say I'm like 100% there with my attire, but I'm also trying not to go too overboard with purchasing clothes. That being said, I am going to have to continue buying some new clothes throughout the year. I just have a different body shape, and I'm not going to just wear clothes that look awful on me. It's just... So I think what I'm trying to do is find like thrifted finds or swap clothing with people in my life, and I feel like that's very accessible. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But in the meantime, I hope you're doing okay. If you're like me and you're hanging on by an internal thread that's very tiny, I'm right there with you, and you're not alone if you're feeling very off or down in the dumps. It can be really stressful sometimes. to live life. So I hear you, I'm with you, and I